what we are facing with on a daily basis, Commissioners.
Brigadier, maybe you could take us through paragraphs 9 and 10 at this point. I was going to deal with all of this at the end, but we've actually dealt with it now. So can you just explain these figures in paragraph 9 and then in paragraph 10?
Commissioners, I always draw statistics on a daily basis to see where we stand with our performance, with our production. So paragraph 9 is a depiction of our cases that were registered and still to be analyzed as of the 17th of October 2025. I've given the age analysis of those cases. As you can see, the head office, which is Pretoria, we are servicing 6 provinces. That's why our case volume is high. We are servicing Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Northwest, Northern Cape, and Gauteng, and Free State. We have 29,000 cases that needs to be analyzed. And from these 29,000, in terms of age analysis, we've got 450 which were registered in 2022. They still need to be analyzed. We've got over 6,000 cases that were registered in 2023. They still need to be analyzed. We've got over 11,900 cases that were registered in 2024. They must still be analyzed. 2025 alone, we are already over 10,000 cases that still need to be analyzed. The same goes with KZN and Western Cape. What I've noticed now, Commissioners, KZN used to be the second highest in terms of the number of cases. But I see now Western Cape is starting to overtake the Western Cape, the KZN. And it makes sense when you watch on the news, there's always firearms that are recovered, multiple firearms in the Western Cape. Now you can see Western Cape has got over 5,000 cases that still need to be analyzed. Eastern Cape, they are quite a small office, but it's also a busy province. They've got over 2.5 cases that needs to be analyzed. When you add everything nationally, we have got over 41,000 cases, but that number fluctuates. If we check today, it's even more now because we normally rely on overtime. My office alone, per financially, we get around 4 million overtime. This is the last month. We have already depleted that overtime. And that is the money that assists us at least to reach to the urgent request. So now we must wait for the next financial year to be able to see how much will be allocated. So without overtime now, we are just going to rely on our members, how we can push them. We are pushing them. So that is the reality, Commissioners, in terms of paragraph 9. It is that cases that are not yet analyzed. They still need to be analyzed. And some of them, depending on the volume. One thing that we have noticed now, I don't know whether it's a trend, maybe, especially with CITs. I've noticed that maybe it's easy nowadays to procure ammunition. Because in one scene of a CIT, you may find that you collect over 100 cartridge cases on the scene. And it happens a lot. So it takes a while to analyze those multiple exhibits. Maybe the criminals these days, in the olden days, you'll find one cartridge case of AK-47 and the other calibers. But these days, maybe it is easy for criminals to acquire ammunition because they don't spare them, they use them, they make sure. And that creates too much work for us because now it takes longer for an analyst to finish a case if it has got multiple exhibits. The second table, Commissioners, is the IBIS work that I explained earlier on. The figures here include the 2 last phases that I've mentioned. Phase 2, where we view the images, and the last phase, phase 3, where we must confirm the possible hits. In Pretoria alone, we have got over 38,000 cases that...
Sorry, Brigadier, can I just clarify that? So are you saying that the figure in Pretoria, 343. That reflects cases that have already been acquired in the ABIS system, but haven't yet been reviewed or confirmed.
That's correct, not being viewed and confirmed. Yes, Commissioners, there's two figures.
And is this just, is this 38,000, is this 38,000 cases, or 38,000 entries, or is it 38,000 possible hits